Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for lifestyle change to protect environment. Union Minister Parshottam Rupala assures to consider need-based proposals for benefit of farming and entrepreneurs community in Nagaland. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan launches National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage 2022. And Nagaland Health Department issues advisory in view of recent surge and detection of dengue cases. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called for lifestyle change in order to protect the environment. Addressing the gathering after the global launch of Mission Life at the Statue of Unity in Gujarat in the presence of UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, PM said, climate change mitigation is possible through lifestyle changes. Reaffirming India's commitment towards tackling the menace of climate change, the Prime Minister said, reduce, reuse, recycle and a circular economy have been an integral part of Indian culture for thousands of years. Modi said Mission Life encourages us to be a trustee of the environment. Modi stressed that climate change is not just a policy-related issue to be taken care of by the governments. He stressed for joint efforts from people to combat climate change. The Prime Minister said the Mission Life strengthens the concept of broad planet people. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urged developed countries to fulfill their climate commitments and provide meaningful financial and technological support to countries like India. Guterres also stressed the participation of individuals and communities in finding solutions for protecting the planet. Union Cabinet Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Parshottam Rupala, today assured the need-based proposals will be considered for the benefit of farming community and entrepreneurs in Nagaland. The minister, who is on a two-day visit to Nagaland, said this during a review meeting with department officials. He also encouraged the department officials to use modern and scientific technology for the welfare of the people through various programs of the ministry. Rupala also called on the Chief Minister Nipirio at his official residence today. He will be visiting Aspirational District Gifore tomorrow to review centrally sponsored schemes and central sector schemes of the Government of India with Deputy Commissioner and department officials. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan today launched the National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage 2022 in New Delhi. The National Curriculum Framework essentially serves as a guideline for syllabus, textbooks and teaching practices for the education system in India. Addressing the event, Pradhan said that the preparation of the National Curriculum Framework for school students is an important part of the National Education Policy 2020. The minister added that today is a landmark day for education policy in India, and this curriculum will serve as the equitable and accessible education in the country. He said that this framework will also play an important role for the students in the first 5 years. Pradhan also expressed hope that in the coming years, every school in the country will implement the National Curriculum Framework. During the event, the Union Minister also launched the Balvadika program for Gendriya Vidyalayas. National Curriculum Framework would include 4 sub-classifications under the framework. These are National Curriculum Framework for School Education, National Curriculum Framework for Early Childhood Care and Education, National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, and National Curriculum Framework for Adult Education. The Health and Family Welfare Department Nagaland National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program under National Health Mission Directorate has asked public to immediately undergo testing at Dimapur Civil Hospital or Kohima Civil Hospital in case of experiencing any symptoms of fever, nausea, vomiting, rash, aches and pain. The department issued this notice in view of the recent upsurge and detection of dengue cases in and around Dimapur and Kohima districts, prominently in Dipupar area. It also urged public to strictly follow the preventive measures for dengue by using insecticide repellents and mosquito nets during day and night time. Additionally, the department also advised on avoiding stagnation of water in and around homes, tires, flower pot bases, and covering water tankers to curb mosquito breeding and wearing long-sleeve clothing. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the current era is a golden period for the Indian defence sector. The minister was speaking at Invest for Defence event held today at Mahatma Mandir Convention and Exhibition Centre, Gandhinagar, as part of the Defence Expo 2022. Defence Minister said that the Indian industry has showcased its capabilities by manufacturing fighter aircraft, aircraft carriers, main battle tanks, and attack helicopters. He added that we have to create a healthy environment for our investors that will not only give them good returns, but also give them recognition in domestic and global markets. Singh said that we are making all efforts to protect our domestic industry from unfair foreign competition in the domestic market. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Nagaland Police has urged the citizens to be alert about various cyber frauds and crime prevalent in the state and have advised to remain vigilant and careful at all times. The Superintendent of Police Crime and PRO PHQ Nagaland stated that recent fraud experienced in the country and the state is phishing calls from scammers posing as customer care executives. The fraudsters sent links asking for sharing personal banking information or OTPs, which has risk of hacking the phone. Other common frauds which the police mentioned were hacking accounts of social media apps like Instagram, Facebook and WhatsApp, and use of hacked accounts for fraudulent purposes like asking money or soliciting investments from their contact lists. The police in this regard asked public not to click on unverified links received through SMS, WhatsApp, Instagram, or accept requests from strangers in social media. It has cautioned citizens against attractive messages regarding loans, lottery, online game prizes, investment, and bitcoins, among others. In case of a financial fraud, the police have asked public to immediately call cybercrime helpline number 1930 and register complaints at www.cybercrime.gov.in. Minister for Agriculture and Cooperation G. Kaito Aye today unveiled the memorial plaque of General K. Suharto Su Memorial Hall at Sataka Down, Zanubuto. He said the hall is being dedicated in honor of General K. Su, retired DIG BSF Manipur and Nagaland sector, for his outstanding contributions and selfless services rendered towards the welfare of Sataka people. Kaito hoped that the good deeds of the general will live in the hearts of the people. ADC Zanubuto N. Nyamok Konyak said that the whole will be under the supervision of the Sataka administration and sought cooperation from the public. Assembly Library Committee, Government of Nagaland, undertook study tour to Singapore and visited the National Library Singapore today. The study tour was led by Deputy Speaker and Chairman T. Yangseo Sangdam, along with two committee members, Advisor Law and Justice Dr. Chamben Muri, and Advisor IPR and Village Guards S. Kyushu Yumchunga. The tour was assisted by Secretary in Charge Nagaland Legislative Assembly, Krohi Tonyo Rio. The 53rd Annual General Meeting of Shareholders of Nagaland State Cooperative Bank Limited, Dimapur, will be held tomorrow in Dimapur at its headquarters. The meeting will be presided by Additional Chief Secretary and Finance Commissioner, who is also ex-officio chairman of the bank, Sendiyanga Imchen. During the mid-annual report of directors, auditors, audited statement of accounts for financial year March 2021 to March 2022 will be considered and approved. Revised budget and estimated budget for 2022-23 and 2023-24 will also be considered and approved. Deputy Commissioner Dimapur has asked all concerned that in view of Diwali on 24th October, all markets and shops in the district are to remain open. On 24th of October, the government of Nagaland has declared Diwali as public holiday for central and state government offices in Nagaland. And now it's when the news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for lifestyle change to protect environment. Union Minister Parshottam Rupala assures to consider need-based proposals for benefit of farming and entrepreneurs community in Nagaland. Education Minister Pradhan launches National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage 2022. And Nagaland Health Department issues advisory in view of recent surge and detection of dengue cases. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.